In this video, I want to talk about MLB The Show 22, specifically news, updates, information about the game, and why I think that as soon as tomorrow, we could be getting some of our first actual news about gameplay features and what's changing, what's being added, updated, everything like that, what's going to be new in MLB The Show 22. So be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're not already, and then in the comment section below, let me know what you're hoping to hear whenever we do get news. Do you want to hear about franchise improvements, gameplay improvements, new modes, ball players stuff? What do you want to hear about in terms of MLB 22 that's going to be added, updated, changed, anything like that? Let us know in the comment section on this video. And real quick, I want you guys to watch this clip from Ramon on the SDS cover reveal live stream.
Feature premieres are back. We'll announce when the first one is very, very soon.
So the feature premieres are confirmed to be back this year, and he said a week ago, okay, this was exactly 7 days ago, that we will be getting information about those very soon. I don't know how many varies he used, but it was a lot, which to me, that is no more than like 10 days. We're already on day 7. I would kind of, based on very soon, expect something, you know, by now or really soon, but by the end of this week at the latest. If we haven't heard anything, then I feel like that was a little bit misleading. Speaking of misleading, and this is not the point of this video, but I just was watching a little bit of that streams to try to find the clips where he was saying about the feature premiere and everything like that being very soon. And I heard him say these two things about the collector's edition.
We will reveal the collector's edition and who's on the cover of that on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. And we have the collector's edition reveal and who's on that cover in 2 days.
Now again, that's not the point of this video, but am I crazy, or were they making it sound like it was going to be someone different on the cover of the collector's edition? I'm happy with the collector's edition. I think that looks sick. I think it looks really cool, but the way they were talking to me just really sounds like it was going to be a different person, and I guess maybe that's my fault for assuming what they meant rather than waiting to see what they actually meant. But I just thought that was kind of interesting, the way they were wording everything. Now, the first thing that I want to bring up, and shout out to Scuffy, here's his tweet right here. Okay, we're just going to take a look at it. It says, "This was the first video we got last year after the cover reveal, and just for a quick bit of background information, this video was going over the gameplay styles, right? Like casual, experience, stuff like that. So the different gameplay styles that were going to be new and MLB The Show 21. So it was our first video that kind of went over new features, maybe showed some gameplay or test footage, whatever, stuff like that. So that's what the video was. And from last year, the cover reveal was on February 1st. And then that first video about MLB The Show 21, about the new game, was on February 10th. So that was 9 days later. And then as you can see in Scuffy's tweet, he says, "We got the cover reveal this year on January 31st, so I expect something towards this soon and being this week." Now, one thing to keep in mind, and I'm going to take a look at the calendar here, okay? January 31st was 7 days ago. So 9 days would be Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I wouldn't be surprised sometime this week, by the end of the week, if we got some piece of news. MLB The Show seems to like to do stuff on Tuesdays and Fridays, sometimes Thursdays, but those seem to be their main days for kind of giving us some new information or updates, Tuesdays and Fridays. So I would not be surprised at all if tomorrow, Tuesday, we got a little bit of an announcement on Twitter, on MLB The Show's Twitter, saying something along the lines of, hey, here's a schedule, or here's when to expect some of that news coming from MLB The Show 22. And I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if that was announced tomorrow, if the first one was on Thursday or Friday of this week. Now, taking a look at another picture is why I'm thinking maybe Thursday. If we go to the feature premiere schedule, the news schedule for MLB The Show 21, they got a blog post about it on theshow.com. We get this. Feature premieres, new episode every Thursday starting at 3 p.m. Now, that was for last year. This is not for MLB The Show 22. That was for MLB The Show 21. However, I would not be surprised at all if they went with that same exact type of schedule this year. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe tomorrow we see a tweet or a little post or something with a feature premiere schedule that has something along the lines of a new episode every Thursday, probably at the same exact time. That just seems to be how they like to do things every year leading up to the release, and I would not be surprised if they were doing it the same this year. So I feel like at some point this week we're going to get some type of information. I don't know how they're going to do it. If you guys have any predictions for how they're going to do it, maybe let me know. I feel like a good way to do it would be tomorrow, Tuesday, just kind of announce, hey, here's the schedule, here's what we're going to do for the feature premieres, giving away information, showing you guys new features, talking about details, stuff like that. And the first one of those episodes where we give you guys news is Thursday. That's what I want to see personally. I want to see a little bit of a heads up. However, I also wouldn't be surprised if, Thursday or Friday rolls around and just randomly we get, a little video, 1 or 2 minute long video going over something that's going to be new, improved, added, updated, whatever it may be for MLB The Show 22, just randomly out of the blue. And then after that, or maybe at the end of that little video that we get, then we get the schedule for the rest of the weeks and how they're going to be doing it. Now, one thing to keep in mind in terms of the information and news that we might be getting is this list here. Now, this is on the PlayStation Store, and if I'm not mistaken, anywhere that you can pre-order MLB The Show 22 pretty much has this same piece of information or pieces of information, right? I feel like I've seen this copied and pasted quite a bit, whether it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, GameStop, wherever it is. I feel like I'm constantly seeing pretty much this exact same thing. But I kind of want to take a look at it and try to get a feel for what type of information we could be getting, because I feel like it's going to be about new stuff coming to MLB 22. Now, I don't think they're going to have the first one be like the most exciting thing, but if we take a look at it here, first little bullet point that they have is that Diamond Dynasty is back and better than ever. Play, collect, and build on your fantasy card collection and bring to life on the diamond. I feel like that's missing a word there, and bring to life. I feel like maybe bring it to life on the diamond. Either way, following that, it says try the new mini seasons mode, where each season brings new challenges as you face off against a new set of competition. I feel like that's a big deal. We haven't gotten a new mode, it seems like, in a while, and the fact that we're getting a new mode, new mini seasons mode, I don't think that will be the first thing that we hear about. I feel like that's a really big piece of information. I feel like they probably will want to build that up and talk about it at a later date once we're actually getting closer to the release date, because I feel like that's a really big piece of news that's going to get people really excited about MLB 22. So I don't expect the new mini seasons mode to be what we hear about first. Next up, it says create and use multiple ball players, be on your road to the show personalized baseball RPG experience, and customize your ball players how you want to aid in your progression. I feel like that could be potentially what we hear about first. People love road to the show, people love ball player. However, there's lots of ways that it could be improved, and because that's something that they're building on from last year, I feel like that would be a really good place to start. Talk about how a new feature from last year is being improved upon and made better for 22. I feel like that's just a really good starting point for 22 news. So I feel like that could be a likely first stepping stone, first piece of information. Next up, face your friends with cross-platform play. With cross progression, continue your progress, earn and use content on other console platforms. I feel like that's something that doesn't really deserve its own full week or something like that. So I don't expect that to be what we hear about first. Now, the next bullet point, it says stepping up to the plate for the first time. Tailor your experience with gameplay styles and 2 new difficulty settings to help you get the hang of the basics. Now, let's go back to the beginning of the video, okay? Scuffy's tweet, he was talking about this was the first video we got last year after the cover reveal. And like I said at the beginning, that video was going over the gameplay styles that were new last year. I think it was like casual, experienced, or kind of a mid one, stuff like that. Now this bullet point, there's more gameplay styles and new difficulty settings. I feel like that would be a good place to start because it's exactly where they started last year. So I would not be surprised at all to see a very similar video to the one in Scuffy's tweet. I'm going to try to have that tweet in the description, but I'm pretty forgetful sometimes. Either way, you can go to his Twitter and search it up, watch the video if you guys want to see what I'm talking about. But I would not be surprised at all if they start this year with the video pretty much exactly like that one, but now for MLB 22 with those 2 new difficulty settings, everything like that. March to October's updated mode tools utilize custom uniforms, logos, created stadiums. That's something they're probably going to talk about. I don't expect it to be the first thing. New intro presentations. I feel like that is something that would need to go with other stuff. I feel like it's not big enough for its own little video or week or whatever, and could probably be tied into something else, maybe even the gameplay styles and difficulty settings. And then the final one, live out your dream baseball matchups with new legends joining the diamond. New legends, it seemed like we were getting 1 or 2 new legends announced every single week up until the launch of the game. I feel like it's probably going to be similar this year. I feel like we won't really have a week dedicated to new legends. Rather, I feel like we'll probably just be getting new legend announcements at the end of every week with all the other information that we're getting. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I do have a video scheduled, ready to go, planned out and everything like that for tomorrow. However, I'm going to hold off for a few hours, maybe until later in the day, to see if we do get some type of MLB 22 news, whether it's an actual reveal of stuff, a little bit of a trailer, or if it's more just so an announcement. Or if we don't get anything, you guys will probably see my video as usual. So I'm staying tuned for tomorrow. I'm keeping my eyes wide open. I'll be covering anything that gets released this week or revealed this week, so stay tuned if that is the case. Again, I hopefully mentioned this at the beginning, but if not, I'm mentioning it now. There's no guarantee that we're getting any type of news for MLB The Show 22. However, it's right around the same length of time as between the reveal from the cover last year and when we got our first piece of information, and it's kind of the same time period this year. So it's seeming likely we're running out of time until the game releases, so they got to start giving us some news soon, or else they're going to be cramming it really quick together and it won't be spaced out. But either way, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, hopefully things to maybe look out for, and I'm hoping tomorrow I'll see you with a video that is saying, hey, this is either when we are getting MLB 22 news and feature premiere, stuff like that, or this is our first piece of news and feature premiere from their little schedule. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, social medias, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Peace out.